Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and as you can tell by my eyes, it's very early in the morning. You can't tell by outside because it's literally looks like it's the middle of the bloody day. I have actually had a wonderful evening of insomnia, which I get every now and then. Let me put you down, guys. Might be easier for us to have a little chat. Still here. Yeah, I've had a lovely, sorry, I'm literally in my PJs, but I've had a lovely evening of insomnia. I think I've been awake since about 3 AM, which happens every now and then. I am very used to it. I think Lee stayed awake with me till about 4:30, and then he went back to sleep, and I was watching Bondi Rescue all morning. But the reason for me coming on so early in the morning and starting a vlog is because I have to eat my breakfast super early today. This is a trigger warning for what we're going to talk about in the video today. So we are going to go for a, what is it even called? A throat camera to endoscopy. So I always get endoscopy and colonoscopy. So early, I've not had a coffee. Can I please have a coffee too?
Yeah, I'm making you a nice one.
Good, I can down that in 20 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm really tired and it is what it is. But yes, trigger warning, guys, if you don't really like the idea of listening to me chat about endoscopies and whatnot, I will see you on the next video. But for now, from me and someone who's just perched there, hang on, let me come out so they can see you. There you go.
Hello.
Are you tired, Nina?
Knackered.
Yeah.
With your wrap, do you want me to then put it in the George Foreman and like grill it?
No, that's alright if you don't. What's the actual time currently?
Like 20 past. Yeah, 18 minutes past 6.
Because I have 22 minutes, so the quickest we can get it up here and the coffee.
I'll do
we can get that up here by like 20 past, and I've got 20 minutes to like down stuff.
Okay.
Which sounds really demanding, but literally I wanted to give Lee as much sleep as possible, so I woke him up at 11 minutes past 6, and I was like, if I brush my teeth and start the vlog, can you go and do this? So yeah, hectic start to the vlog, guys, but welcome back. We're really glad to have you. We're having an endoscopy today. It will be my 4th endoscopy. So I've had one under sedation where the guy literally, it was the most horrific time I've ever had it. It was at Queen Mary's Hospital in Sidcup, and it was bloody awful. The nurses were lovely. But the guy that was doing it was, I remember he was going out for his anniversary. If this was you, do better. He was going out for his anniversary dinner that night, and that's all he was talking about with the other person that was in the room. It was my first ever one. I was like petrified because I've heard it was like not great. And yeah, so I was petrified and I was laying there. He sprayed the back of your throat, which means that it feels like you just can't swallow. So I'm there like trying to like, I can't swallow, what the hell's going on? And all they kept doing, because I wanted to say, can you just wait a second for the sedation? If you ever have one, my biggest advice for you is to ask to wait like 3 to 5 minutes. They will happily do it because I've done it since, just for that sedation to work. One, it calms you down a little bit. They do usually also put a cannula in. Well, they do for me anyway. They put a cannula in because I think they put something, I don't know if they put some through there as well. So you have throat spray, which is the throat numbing spray. So that's not sedation. Apologies if I said that wrong. Throat numbing spray, which means you can't swallow very well. You can, but you feel like you can't. And then they put the sedation in your hand. You can opt, I think, to eat. I don't know if you still have the numbing spray, but you can opt to not have the sedation. So there's like different ways you can have it. No sedation and throat spray. I don't know if you can have no throat spray. No idea. You can have throat spray and sedation, or you can be fully put to sleep. Now, I have had all 3 versions. So the first time, no, I haven't. That's God, what a lying beginning to this vlog. I've had, the first time was sedation, but they put it in the cannula and immediately down my throat. So that is when, you don't need to ask for the time after the throat spray, you need to ask for some time after that sedation goes in. You're not like woozy, you don't know your name, anything like that. You are like conscious, but it relaxes you. And to be fair, I do that. It did relax me on the third time. So yeah, the first time was just awful because they put it in straight away. I was gagging every time I pulled my head up. They were like pushing my head back down, and I was like, it was such a traumatic first experience to something that I knew I was going to have to keep repeating. So the second one, I was like, absolutely not. Trauma, put me to sleep. So they put me to sleep for the second one. The third one, I wasn't put to sleep. I decided I'm going to be brave. It was a new hospital. I had it at Darren Valley Hospital this time. And my second and my third were both at Darren Valley. I've not been back to Queen. I wouldn't go back to Queen Mary's now for that anyway. So yeah, the third one, they took 7 attempts to get a cannula in. They went, so again, needle conversation. They went in the side of my hand. I don't know if you guys can see all the scars on my wrists. They went in my scar. They went here, 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 here. They went freaking everywhere. 3 different people, 7 times. So that was, I was thinking, oh my God. But I just remained chilled the whole time. I was like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We're okay. This is a different like doctor that I'm under. We're all good. Went in, I was laughing and joking with them. Remained chilled the whole time. And actually the process was fine. They went in, they were talking to me. I can remember the feeling. I can literally feel it now. It does feel like there is a tube going down. That is the point of it. But my biggest advice, if you are going to ever have an endoscopy or a colonoscopy, I've had both, is just to try and remain calm, which sounds like, oh yeah, it's really hard in the moment. Well, I've been through it. If you do remain calm and you just sort of like, just take in what's happening. Okay, there's a tube going down. There's da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, if you just explain to yourself what's going on, okay, he's having a little look, the nurse is chatting. If you are quite chatty with them, they're going to be chatty with you. I mean, it's their job to be chatty anyway. But yeah, so it was really chill. So this one is up in St Thomas's. I got the letter through from them, and on the letter it said that if everything's along the lines of if everything's okay, I can cut the Gervaisa in half, as in take 1 a day, and come off the food elimination diet. And I was like, well, no. I accidentally had a roll the other night that had egg white in it. I'm on Gervaisa and I cough, like wouldn't stop. So I need to make sure, I need to remember today, me and Lee need to remember to tell him I'm still having reactions to food whilst on Gervaisa. So like the allergies are surpassing Gervaisa at the moment. But anyway, guys, this is a really long intro, but I did just want to sort of like chat you through. I had to make sure I was recording then. I'm looking at a red light. I had to make sure that I just wanted to chat you guys through sort of like the processes that I've been through. So you can't eat 6 hours before your treatment procedure, and you can have sips of water up until 2 hours before. So my procedure's at 12:40, so it means I can't eat past 6:40. I can't drink anything other than water past 6:40, and I can do sips up until 10:40. It was originally 1, but they brought it forward 20 minutes. I'm not arguing, I can have lunch earlier, but I'm going to cook some pasta before I go and have that for lunch, because I need to make sure that I'm not having like heavy foods, because my throat will feel swollen. I don't know if it is swollen. It will be, maybe, I don't know. But it will be hard to swallow like a chunky ciabatta roll or something. Not that I can eat that. I wish I could eat that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming back for another vlog. I hope you enjoyed the little Goldhurst one. I know it's our first short form vlog. Can you believe it? Our first ever short form. I don't know how long this vlog's going to be. Obviously, we'll have a little chat on the way up there, and then either I will chat through the procedure afterwards, or Lee will have a chat with you, and then I might record the sort of how it was when I feel a little bit better. We're aiming to potentially go around London, but obviously it does debate on how I feel after I've had this procedure. Usually I just get straight in the car, come home and chill out. So it may be a London vlog, it may just be the endoscopy. I'm not too sure yet, but I hope you guys stick around anyway, and let's get into the vlog. When you are dying for a wee, you have about 16 minutes and the escalator's broken. Oh, we literally got stuck in so much traffic as we come off the A2 in Dartford that we missed the... we always try and arrive for 2 trains. So the early train, the train will get there on time, and then obviously the other one would make us late. So we like to get the early one. We missed that. So we're now just...
We're not really late enough, mate. We gave ourselves a bit of time.
Yeah, I know. I keep boring. I've got a really dodgy belly. Not that anyone needs to know that. And I feel sick. And before anyone thinks it's nerves, I'm generally not nervous. I've had this procedure done. This will be the 4th time. I know it's not pleasant, but I'm not necessarily scared about it.
But up a bit, can't you?
Yeah, I think it's more just sort of like the lack of sleep. The insomnia has flipped me over. But I'll give you a little update when we get to the hospital. Lily might even do a bit of vlogging while I'm in there. Yeah, we never know. Stranger things will happen. And then we'll properly catch up when I'm out. Okay, we've made it. Not that we know where the hell we're going. It's so windy. It's definitely not a sunny day. Look at the clouds that we assumed. But as I go for a weird, I don't really care at this point. Okay guys, it's really loud in here. I'm all taped up, I'm all done. I will explain to you when we get outside. I'm just going to have a coffee to get some sugar in my system and something to eat. So I've literally not eaten since 6:38 this morning. 6:39, I lied. Lee's just waiting in line to get me a coffee. But yeah, we will, I don't know, I'm looking at my band flipping time. It's 4:10. So I don't know how much we'll get done in London because obviously it's Sunday, so a lot of things start early. So it's maybe planning on part 2. But it would be cool to talk a little bit more about the endoscopy process, if you're going for one, how it was for me. What the hell is in my dress? Oh, a spare button. Oh, well, that's good. But yeah, I will catch up properly when I get outside.
Also got some olives, a couple of lines and
Okay, so we have our snackaroos here. Got my lunch, which is my pasta. Got coffee, sugar. I just need food. It's honestly been one of those kinds of days, but we're gonna have something to eat, have something to drink, see what the time is, then plan from there. So it might just be a hospital day in London. Who knows? Okay, we are on our way back. Lily's got both bags, bless him. I'm still nursing this coffee, but it was too hot, it was actually burning my chest. So we're gonna, I felt the whole way home. But I said to Lee, if we don't leave now, I'm getting more and more tired. So this is gonna be just a vlog regarding sort of like health updates. And what I'll do when we get home, I'll give you an update of today, and then I'll sort of give you a little bit of a walkthrough of when this started, how this started. Please do not think I'm a medical professional, because I'm really not. I do have a few different things sort of like going on, so I can only talk from my perspective, but all of my symptoms might not be all of yours. But if I can help you in any way, I absolutely can, and I will try my best. So yeah, when we get home, we'll have a bit more of an in-depth chat about good old health and the NHS. But until then, I'll see you when I get home, guys. Well, don't I look a little bit dishevelled? I've just got out of the shower, I've wet hair. So, I won't lie to you guys, it's been a full 8 days. It's been 8 days since the last clips in this vlog. It's been a busy week. I've actually filmed another vlog that's going to go live for you on Thursday. I'm going to edit that later on tonight. But the reason I'm doing this a little bit more rushed is because I'm going to spend the day with my lovely Samantha, who you would have seen in the Spend the Weekend with Us. Can't remember the name of the vlog. When Sam and Holly came for the football. So I'm going to see them today, but I needed to finish this vlog to get this to go out for you tonight. So here we are. This is what I look like. So before I start chatting away about all of the lovely qualities of esophagitis, how I realised I had it, sort of like some of the symptoms and stuff and where we are now, I thought I would give you some just general life updates anyway. I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow, which if you know me, you know that is a momentous occasion because Lee, can you remember the last time I got my hair cut? Years ago, apparently. It's definitely over a year. I remember where I got it cut, but it's definitely over a year. And I've always had hairdressers that have been absolutely stunning people, like really, really, really lovely people. But I've never come out going, you know, like when you find a nail tech or you find a brow girl or like anyone and you you are the person that's going to be doing this for me for life. I'm going to follow you around the country. Like I have my amazingly beautiful Louisa who does my, sorry I need to look at the viewfinder for this, who does my waxes. Best believe if she moved to Aberdeen I would be going up there for my wax. That would be happening, like no one else. And it's not even because you don't want anyone else like looking in that area, like I've had way too many procedures for that. But it's more because she just does it the best, like literally the best. Do I need anything else? No. Don't think he's gonna guess this one. So yeah, I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow there's a hairdresser's in the village that I've moved into. So I'm very excited to try that. I've messaged a nail place because obviously I would really like to get my nails done for my birthday. And if anyone follows Jordan Lipscomb, if you don't, please do. I am gonna look off camera for this because I don't want to pet myself in the eye. Yeah, on Instagram and on, oh that was see-through, on TikTok. God, I can't get my words out this morning. Instagram and TikTok is where I follow Jordan Lipscomb, and her nails, she gets them done by someone called M's Nails, who I don't think I'm going to get in with because she's taking June off. July is going to be for her regular people, so this might be like a later in the year that I might be able to get my nails done by her. But Jordan's nails are like out here, and if anyone knows me, I can't coordinate my life with nails like that. So I would definitely have like almond littler nails. But I wanted my nails done for my birthday, and Jordan has loads of like little gems and bits and bobs on there. If not, I would just go for like an ombre sort of vibe. So there was 2 nail shops in a village near me. One that did gems, but I didn't quite like sort of like how the finish was on some of the nails. And another one that didn't show gems, but the nails looked amazing. So I'm gonna I've messaged them to see if they have any sort of like, or if they can, what did I message? I said, can you do gems and do you have a price list? Because like my old nail shop that I loved, it's like my little ride or die nail shop, back where we used to live, that used to cost me about 70 odd quid if I wanted like my nails and my feet done. Bear in mind, I would always get gel. Like I don't do normal polish on my toes because I will chip it and I will get annoyed. So, right, while that dries, I can actually concentrate on talking to you. So yeah, I've booked my hair, which is really cool. I've booked, I've inquired about my nails. I have a wax booked for next week, so obviously my birthday. Under 2 weeks now, guys. Under 2 weeks. If I'm sniffing, honestly, you can play a drinking game with the amount I sniff in a video. It's vile and I hate it, and I try to edit it out as much as humanly possible. The windows are open because it's really hot. Hay fever. No. And I have allergies in my nose anyway, so that's not great. So give me 1 second. Okay, I've blown my nose. Feeling a little bit better. Just gonna reapply this because it's gone. Like I used to have such a fear of blowing my nose when I was little. This is not the EOE update you was all coming for, but hey ho, 'tis the one you're getting. So hair update for tomorrow. I'm in the mood to either get it all chopped off, because I need to re-inquire about more headshots actually, because I inquired but I haven't heard back. I'm gonna get fresh headshots. Fresh headshots. Hopefully in around about September time. And I found a company that I absolutely adore and they look amazing, so I'm gonna try and go with them. Usually I go sort of either up north or right into London, but I think these are a little bit, I don't know if they're still in Greenwich or if they've moved, no idea. But anyway, I've inquired with them, so I need to pop them a little like nudge message and see if they can fit me in. If not, I'll do like October time. So I want to get my hair cut, but I want it to settle before then. Because I always find if you have a haircut, like if I got my haircut the day before my birthday, I would hate it on my birthday because it needs to come to settle. But I don't know this hairdresser, so I don't want to risk going for like a really like slick short haircut and not liking it and it going absolutely like hilariously wrong. So I think my vibe for tomorrow is going to be cut off the dead. So whatever is dead. So my hair is currently, I'm on tiptoes trying to get down to that. So my hair, I don't know, finishes just before my arse at the minute. Thank you very much. Want to say hello to the vlog again? You've already been on this vlog, but
Yeah.
not 8 days later you haven't.
No, very true.
Wait, are you cooking eggs?
I'm about to.
Oh, you haven't started?
No.
That's not the reason I'm sneezing then, so you're fine.
No, I haven't. I'll open the windows anyway, but I haven't started yet.
Windows are open up here as well.
Okay.
If you wonder why I asked that question, I used to have an airborne allergy to eggs, and we think it's died out because allergies can change. Which brings me on to the topic of the update that we are all anxiously waiting for in this video. I'm also liking that this is hopefully going to be short form content. And how long? Yeah, it should be short form content today, which is quite nice. One of my videos, the Goudhurst Village Fair, I don't know how and why that has blown up so much, but it's literally my most viewed video and it's been gaining like 50 odd to 80 odd views a day, like utterly wild. But anyway, so I was diagnosed with a condition called eosinophilic esophagitis. And I think that is the first time I've ever said that correctly. About, let's say anywhere between a year and 18 months ago, because honestly the timeline just blurs for me. It's been going on for so long. So anywhere between 12 to 18 months ago. It was around about, I think, the June. Maybe it was around my birthday, just before. So yeah, you're going to be talking, let's say 18 months. It all started with me coughing. So in the videos, if you watch out for me going, I'm trying to clear my throat. It's been something that's been going on even longer, because the 18 months was when I actually got to see the doctor. So for a year prior to that, I can't do that kind of maths, 30 months. A year prior to that, I think it was around about probably, let's go 2021, where this all began kicking off. I would, every time I ate something, I would, like at the end of the meal. It then started during the meal. It then went on to, I hadn't even eaten anything at that point. It very rarely woke me up, but if I got woken up, I couldn't then get back to sleep. I went on omeprazole and lansoprazole. I think Lans was first and then omeprazole. Now, you're not meant to be on those tablets long term, and I think I was on lansoprazole for anywhere between 3 to 6 months, and then I was on omeprazole for at least a year, which I'm not a doctor. I'm pretty sure that isn't good, but again, I don't know. It could be. Please don't take anything I say as medically true. Please just go to your doctor if you do suffer with anything that I'm saying. I have medical anxiety, so anytime I see anything, I now don't Google it myself. I remember me and my old friend, like when we would go to college, she'd be like, I've got a headache, and we'd Google it, and she had a brain tumour. That's just generally how we were. She did not have a brain tumour. So I was on the lansoprazole, the omeprazole, going to the doctors back and forth, back and forth. We all know since COVID what it has been like to get a GP appointment, and freaking nightmare. So it would take quite a while in between then. I got referred to gastroenterology at Queen Mary's Hospital in Sidcup under a very nice doctor, to be fair, very nice doctor. And I had to have my first camera test. Now, before we go into all of that, some more of the sort of like symptoms the doctor and the gastro guy told me. I had to, well no, Lee Googled this actually. I had to lay on my left. Chewing gum was like good for it, like helped we thought it was like acid reflux and stuff, which kind of a little bit is now. I'm sorry, I'm so not making sense. I hope you can follow what I'm saying. So yeah, it was the coughing, a bit of insomnia because I couldn't then go back to sleep once I'd woken up because I'd be coughing too much. I used to say it was like that advert for, I think it was Gaviscon or Corvonia or whatever it was, where they pour it down and it like coats your throat. That's what my throat feels like all the time. I always feel like I've got a cough, like, and clear the lining of it, but like you can cough as much as you want, but it just doesn't happen. So where are we up to? Yeah, I was told all of that. So I've always had allergies and food reactions and that sort of stuff, but nothing necessarily really confirmed. I've had multiple skin prick tests. I have had blood tests to sort of show allergies, and it will come back with cats, dogs, horses, grass. I think a tree popped up at one point. When I went to King's College Hospital and had one of the most recent, which isn't recent because it's about a couple of years ago now, skin prick test, that didn't show up a lot aside from the regulars of like cats, dogs, horses and all that sort of stuff. Neither did the blood test. So on paper, I'm fine, guys. I am absolutely fine. Give me an ice cream with hazelnuts and a mushroom chow mein. I beg you to call the ambulance quick enough. Like, Jesus, like, it will happen. I used to get quite a bellyache with mushrooms anyway, and then my mum took me to this private test when I was younger, and it was the weirdest thing. She'd put like this metal bar like on my hand, and it connected to something, and if it made a certain noise, I was allergic to that. God knows where she found her. But if you tell me that I'm allergic to something, it sticks in someone's brain. When I had a reaction to ice cream once where I was gasping for air. Once you've had that and you've been through that, it's scary. Someone tells you can't eat something, you don't forget it. So, on paper, well, to this woman with the metal bar, I'm allergic to a lot, but on paper, I'm not allergic to anything. Like, I'm gravy, like, I'm fine. So why am I coughing? Like, why is all of this going on? Anytime I go to the doctors, like with my nose, that I can't breathe very well sometimes, it's definitely allergies. I'm like, right, okay, so there's allergies there. The eosinophilic esophagitis brought on by, I could explain this wrong, I've not Googled this beforehand, it's just my understanding, is brought on by allergic reactions, and it's kind of what I believe it is. If I eat things that I shouldn't be able to eat, it's making my throat worse, and over time it can thin whatever this bit is. So basically what I believe it is make your throat go like that over time if you continue to eat the things that your body can't tolerate, basically, i.e. allergic to. So I had to go on an elimination diet, and I had to start a tablet called Jorveza, which you hear me talk about quite a lot. Apparently now, I wasn't meant to do both of those at the same time. Alas, I'm glad I did, because if I now eat anything like with eggs, I can't eat eggs, nuts, anything like that. I mean, I don't play with nuts. But I had a roll the other day that accidentally had egg white in it, and I was coughing quite a lot. I have to eliminate these things because the Jorveza isn't working anymore enough to compensate if I am eating things I shouldn't be eating. So the elimination diet was something that I had to cut out fish, which my sushi lovers, breaks my heart. I can have avocado and cucumber maki though, so there is something. Fish, soya, those two, sushi and soya. So we've got a fake one from Holland and Barrett. Nuts, gluten, but it's only wheat, I believe. I think I can have barley and oat. So when you have a gluten allergy, it's broken down, I believe, in wheat, oat and barley. Now I can have oat and barley. So sometimes when it's like, I don't know, a gluten-free option, I'm like, if it's wheat, yes. If it's oat and barley, I can have it. But it's quite difficult to explain it to restaurants sometimes. Dairy, eggs, nuts, mushrooms, raspberries, strawberries, there's many more. I've got 9 out of the main 14 plus a few added ones that I had to eliminate or I already had eliminated. And these were like the main ones that can cause these issues. So it's kind of like a pluck in the dark sort of thing of I'd had this first camera test when I was told this, by the way. So you get paired up with a nutritionist and a gastroenterologist at the same time. So this is going to take me forever to edit. I've got to edit this before I go to Sam's. Oh, shit. So yeah, you get paired up. So the first camera test was horrific. I think I've already told you about this in the video where the guy was talking about his anniversary dinner. So that was my first one. The second one, I was so worried that I got put to sleep for it because I just didn't want to deal with it. The third one, I went for the awake sedation again. That was when it took them like 7 times to get the needle in, and they was going here. That was that one. And then the fourth one was 8 days ago. Now, there is a reason I'm talking to you 8 days later, and it is because I was high as a kite. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but genuinely, I didn't know my arse from my elbow when I remember thanking everyone. I'm polite when I'm high. I remember thanking everyone. I don't remember the procedure. The only other one I don't remember was when I was actually asleep. And even the lady at the end said, she was like, oh, you was given 4 milligrams of sedation. I remember gagging at one point, but that's generally all I remember. I was just absolutely gone. I was so gone. So I don't know whether they gave me more. I don't know whether I struggled at any point, and that's why they like administered some more. But I had a cannula in my hand, and that's how they administer the sedation. And they did, I think, 5 sprays of throat spray, which numbs. So you can swallow, but it feels like you can't. It's a bit trippy the first time you have it, but I promise you, if you just breathe through it, it's absolutely fine. And if anyone has any questions about like camera tests in either end, pop me a message. Like my Instagram, BexJourney_ is probably easier. Obviously, if you want to pop it in the comments down below, then people can see it over here. But yeah, if you want to have like a little bit more of a private sort of chat about it, please DM me and just let me know you've come from the video. And yeah, we can have a little chat about it. So where we're at the minute, at the end of the final camera test, she said that I had I think I've popped the picture in somewhere in the video, something hernia, which sits around about here. And that's where sort of like the acid reflux is coming out. And she said it is nothing sinister, like nothing at all. You don't have to be worried. So the good thing about this is I didn't realise I was put on a 2-week pathway, guys, which a lot of other hospitals deem that to be the cancer pathway. I do not have cancer, but it is a freaky pathway to be put on. So whether they were worried about something, I don't know, but they didn't tell me that. So I literally had no idea that I was on this pathway. Whether I was on it by mistake or purpose, I had no idea. So yeah, I was on that, but I actually did call the hospital back in regards to this 2-week pathway just to check. And she said if there was anything cancer related or sinister, the doctor would not have allowed you to leave that day without speaking to you. And also you would have been called back within 2 days to discuss next steps. We're 8 days later. I have not been called back. I have an appointment, I think in September, for sort of like the update, next steps, yada yada for that. I am gonna probably have to get in touch with them before then, because obviously I need to have my Jevesa tablets and I need to count up how many I've got left, because at the minute I still take 1 in the morning and 1 at night. For the past 2 camera tests, they have found no eosinophilic esophagitis. It's such, I say EOE quite a lot, so no EOE in my throat. So it then becomes quite confusing of like, do I still have it? So a lot of the time I do just say to people I've got EOE. Like it's easier because I'm on the tablets for it and I don't fully know whether I've still got it or if I haven't or not. So I don't have that confirmed. So I believe I do still. I'm not too sure. I'll wait for a gastroenterologist to tell me that. If I don't, it's then investigating what the hell is going on. And it just makes things like, we want to travel, we want to go on holiday, even dinners in this country, it makes it quite difficult. So I'm going to start a allergy-friendly playlist on YouTube and any video. So this video will probably be the first one that goes in there. I'll have a little flick through my other videos, and it's not that the whole video will be to do with allergies, but if there is a restaurant I go to where I talk about allergies, I will put it in there if it's helpful. I'm not going to put all the restaurants in there if it isn't helpful. I'll probably you'll figure that out over time. So it's a bit easier to, if you do suffer with allergies, I mean, I've got 9 of the main 14, so I cover quite a few of them. But I think I don't have mustard, celery, sulfites. What are the other ones? I don't know. But there's a couple of others that I don't have. So if you have those, then maybe we'll investigate together. But in this highlight, it will be restaurants that we go to. Like for my birthday in Bath, we're going to Miller Ricarta, we're going to Zizi's. We've been in touch with the Bake Off experience. They're able to do an experience for us. So hopefully I'm going to go and vlog that soon. And just show you all the bits that you can do. Because eating out is scary. Eating in is scary. Something can be mislabeled. I've had this issue before. I almost ate a Pret sandwich that was mislabeled, and for some reason that day I put it back and was like, oh, I'll eat later, and it would have had an allergen in it that I couldn't have eaten. I think it was labelled as like vegan when it wasn't vegan. That is in like the mayo and the cheeses and all that sort of stuff. It wouldn't have been like dire for me, but it still wouldn't have been great. So that's the update. It's a long update. I'm going to go and edit it now. The camera's going to die soon. Hopefully it made sense. I do ramble a little bit when I'm trying to remember things from the past, but if you do have any questions, please pop them below. I will answer them. I hope that wasn't overly confusing. I love you all millions. I'm hoping this is still going to be short form. There's a really exciting vlog coming Thursday, but for now, guys, I love you millions. Please like, share, subscribe, share to your friends, share to your not friends, and I will see you in the next one.